Hey, thanks for joining us. We are tracking storms across Oklahoma City right now. You can see that we have a severe thunderstorm warning highlighted here in yellow that includes not only the western portion of the city, but if we zoom out a little bit, you can see that this also includes Yukon. We've got Mustang included in this severe thunderstorm warning, as well as places like to the east of Minko and Amber, Oklahoma as well. Now, what we were seeing from this earlier was just an isolated storm, but it feels like it's blown up very quickly and covered a good portion of the metro. I'm going to read you off some of the characteristics of this severe thunderstorm warning and some of the hazards that you should be aware of. We have Amber, Mustang, Pocasset, I think it's Pocasset, Tuttle included in this severe thunderstorm warning. An inch for hail size here, so not very large at all. We're talking about quarter size hail, but we're going to talk to one of our meteorologists here in just a few minutes and see exactly if are we actually seeing any hail from this. We'll talk about it. And 60-mile-per-hour wind speeds is what this severe thunderstorm warning is warned for right now. We've got another warning up in Guthrie as well, just to the east of I-35. That includes Langston. Now, once again, we've got quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for this warning as well. Now, I want to go back just a little bit here and rewind this radar to show you exactly what we've seen over the last 45 minutes, 1 hour. You can just tell how isolated this storm was at first. It started as just this one little storm, and then we got a few more storms forming behind it, riding along this frontal boundary that could cool us down a little bit. Yeah, we're talking cold front. Yes, you heard that right. We could see some cooler temperatures. Now, we've also got this severe thunderstorm warning up in Guthrie, but as we play this forward, you're going to be able to see just how fast these storms went widespread across a good portion of the metro, all the way from Guthrie, making a line. You can kind of see that front, right? All the way down the west side of Oklahoma City and then into Minko and Chickasha. Now, we've been watching this for quite some time, so I do want to get to one of our meteorologists right now. We have Xander Tietz in the studio today. Now, Xander, your team, you're part of a team of meteorologists back in our mapping room. What have you guys been watching with these storms right now? Tell us about all of the different, we can see your radar up right now. What are you looking at as a mapping meteorologist?
Yeah, so given the environment today, we're really keeping an eye out for any kind of pop-up hail cores that might form in the metro. We had a couple earlier today, nothing crazy, nothing super big as we expected for the day, but we had this one cell up here by Tuttle earlier on. This was just 30 minutes ago. And what we're really looking for is in the top left of our radar here, you can see these deep pink colors. These are indicating that we have some larger hydrometeors up in the air. So that's our larger raindrops, that's probably some small hail. That's our main target area we want to make sure we're watching so we can see if there's anything falling to the ground. There were a couple parts in here where we definitely saw some hail up to like isolated quarters. It was definitely some nickels in there as well. So we did have a little hail north of Tuttle earlier today, but it's mostly just been pop-up, mostly sub-severe stuff. There's another one that was down here by Pocasset, and then there was one up here by Guthrie as well that made some sub-severe hail. So it's been popping up pretty quick all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. This happened really fast. It started to blow up, but it's a slow-moving storm, so we saw that slowly increasing coverage. And you can see from Xander's screen right there, we've got up on the upper left-hand corner, you've got reflectivity. Bottom right-hand corner, that's your KDP. And what that tells us is oftentimes it can give us a lot of information about the rainfall rate. Now, Xander, people who are out on the roads right now, they may not be terribly worried about the hail. You're saying pretty small hail, if any, right now, but they may be worried about how hard they're about to get rained on for their morning or their evening commute. Are they about to lose some visibility on the roadways?
There's definitely a concern for loss of visibility. It's going to be pretty heavy downpours when these do fall. So our main concern as people are getting ready for their evening commute is they're going to caught out there in the middle of these showers, and that's going to make road conditions very hazardous. People like to definitely make more space between yourself and other vehicles as you're on the road, because some people drive a lot slower in the rain, which is generally a good safety precaution.
Absolutely, and then you're going to get the road spray from the cars in front of you, and that may decrease your visibility even more. Now, I want to go back to Xander here in just a few minutes, and I want to talk about rainfall rates, and I want to talk about rainfall totals, because truly what we're looking for here in Oklahoma is some more rain, right? We definitely need that. We're also in a flood watch, so we'll talk about that as well. But I'm wondering if we can get over to Haley's cameras right now, and I want to get a look at the roads. Okay, so we are ready to hop on to our ODOT cameras right now. This is coming from I-40 and Meridian looking to the north. So we've got a great view of this storm right here, where you can see that we've got, there's the storm, okay, right? There's the cloud base. There's all of that rain that's coming down. So that's what Xander was talking about earlier, right? That may impair your visibility on the roadways. This may make it so hard for you to see the car in front of you because of that heavy rainfall. Now, that's not going to be the case for everyone, but you could get little pockets of heavy rain, right? Now, obviously right here, it looks like cars are moving fine. It's pretty dry in this area, but this is only on, the screen is only on the west side of the metro right now. It's about to encompass the entire metro. We're about to get a lot messier just as we're approaching the evening commute, right? So again, we've got just a gorgeous view of that rain shaft there in the background, and then we've got the sunshine peeking out as we're looking to the north here. Actually, this may be an area, have we already seen rain in this area? It looks a little dark in the back here. Now, people may be getting out on the roadways and they may be saying, ooh, looks like stormy clouds, right? Looks like a really intense storm. It's not too bad. I want to go back actually to our maps right here. Let's pull up WSI again. Okay, perfect. And let's talk about the current radar and the current severe thunderstorm warning. So for those of you who are just joining us, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 4:15. For Amber, Mustang, Pocasset, and Tuttle. We've got 1-inch size hail possible with this storm and 60-mile-per-hour wind speed. But what we heard from our experts earlier is that that hail is most likely going to be much smaller than the size of a quarter. Okay, we're talking about pocket change hail here, if any at all. What does that mean? Dimes, nickels, pennies, some pretty small hail, right? About 25,000 people impacted for this storm that's moving through the metro right now. And we could see some strong wind gusts in here as well. Now, we focused a lot on the metro, so I actually want to take you back up to Guthrie, where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning as well. This is going to be moving, I think, straight to the east. Again, warned for 1-inch size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Yes, this is moving to the east. It's pretty slow at 10 miles an hour. Now, slow-moving rain, slow-moving thunderstorms means that you're going to get a lot of rain from this. It's not going to move out anytime soon. It's going to be sticking around for probably the next 30 minutes to an hour. You're going to get a lot of rain from this. And I know a lot of people are saying, good, we need the rain, right? My grass is crunchy. That's what we were hearing earlier from some of our hail trace employees. They were saying, well, my grass is so dry, I definitely need this rain. But I do want to remind you that we are in a flood watch today. And I actually want to get more information about that flood watch. So coming from the National Weather Service right now, that flood watch is something that was issued early this morning. It's in effect until 4 o'clock, so I think they nailed this timing here, until tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. They're saying here that, let me see if I can get an expected rainfall total. Okay, perfect. They're saying that 1 to 3 inches of rain is possible with this line of thunderstorms right here, but up to 4 inches isolated in some areas. So what we could be seeing is a potential flash flooding event if this continues, especially if it moves as slow as it has been moving this afternoon. Alrighty, let's go back to this radar here. I want to bring you back down into the metro. What do our cameras look like out there? We have a rainy camera. Now again, for those of you who are just joining, our biggest concern here will be that flooding. As we were talking to our experts earlier, we're talking about some minor winds. We could see some strong winds every now and then up to quarter-size hail. Let's actually get back out to Xander. Xander, we have little pockets of red popping up in here. You guys can kind of see those. on the radar right here, right? Ooh, we've got a little pink that's coming across I-44. Now, I think that people often pinpoint these areas and they say, oh, that's a pocket of heavy rain, or maybe that's some hail. Xander, can you break down these little areas that you're watching for right here? Do we have any hail in that?
Yeah, at the moment, we don't really have much hail in these zones. This is definitely mostly heavy rain. It looks like you can see in the bottom left of the corner right here, we have correlation coefficient, which is an indicator of how uniform the shapes and sizes of particles are in the air. So that's showing some lower values, which indicates that there's a good mix of shapes in there, nothing crazy. So we might have some larger, smaller raindrops. There's a chance that maybe you have some pea-sized hailstones in this zone, but nothing super crazy, nothing to be super worried about at this moment. They are popping up all around the metro, as you mentioned. One north of Bridge Creek, as it's moving toward the highway. We got one toward Middleburg at the moment. That's smaller than peas, if there's any hailstones in there at all. And these are going to continue to pop up over the next probably the next hour at least, as these storms continue to move eastward. Very slow moving storms. There's enough energy here to make some good updrafts. Nothing super strong that can make like big hail or anything, but it's enough to keep things interesting at least as these storms keep on progressing throughout the evening.
Enough to keep things. Storms pop up, you're like, hey, I have plans